I'm Jammer.
I am Shagdog, and we are continuing the Minus Advent Calendar with Jammer, and I am continuing the Smirnoff Variety Pack.
I am on number 12.
Hopefully, it's a good one. What is it?
It is Oatmeal Stout.
Oatmeal Stout. We should see how it is. Oatmeal Stout. Let me look at Beer Advocate. You got any information on that or no?
Yes, I do, Shagdog. I do have some information on that. Oatmeal Stout. Let me find it here. Dark brown with chocolatey-like malt character, flaked oats, and a creamy mouthfeel, and rich, sturdy body. Espresso aromas might convince you Oatmeal Stout is the perfect breakfast beer. But at 6% ABV, we suggest you save it for a nightcap.
Yeah. Well, you're not gonna like this Jammer. On Beer Advocate, of course, no score because not enough grades on it, but 2.47, 1.94, 2.67, and one person gave it 3 out of 5, saying borderline acceptable. So that's hope. Hopefully that one. I'm doing the Smirnoff Ice again. This is the green apple, free cat pervs.
Woo! Green apple! How you mess up green apple, right?
What's that?
How you mess up green apple?
How can you mess it up?
Yeah.
Maybe by putting a red apple flavor in it? I don't know.
Usually green apple, like Jolly Rancher and stuff like that, are always good.
Yeah, this on Untapped it gets 3.32, so I think it's like the highest one so far on Untapped that I've drank. Crisp, juicy green apple flavor, not too sweet and not too tart.
See that? That is dark, is it? You can't see through that, can you?
Oh,
no.
Now, does it have a brown tint to it, or is it black?
It's very dark. It has some red hues, mahogany hues, ruby maybe on the edges. Got a nice sandy. I mean, it looks like a sandy little beach. You go out there and it's a sandy brown color. It makes you feel like you could walk in it and have the sand go between your toes and
like sandy beaches.
Yeah, and the beer. I mean, with this frothy, head that's quickly dissipating, which is just a little disappointing. It's very attractive in that sense. I'll give it a sniff.
Well, depending on where you're holding the light, it looks greener than some areas and the other.
It looks green, and then it looks gray, and then green and gray.
Looks red now, huh?
All right, so the smells on this oatmeal stout with the Advent beers, you get a slight espresso. Not like a typical, oatmeal stout. That's very bold in the espresso, coffee notes type stuff, the toastiness, the roastiness, and all that stuff. No, this one's very light. I'm amazed at how light it is because it's just like a hint of espresso aroma. No roastiness to it. Toasty, no. I don't pick up any malts or maybe a slight malty maybe a slight cocoa chocolatey type smell. But overall, it's very bland in the aroma arena.
This one, the strongest one I had so far with the aroma was the screwdriver one. I pick up that tangy smell. Mm-hmm. You got a little bit of the green apple smell, like candy-ish green apple, but not real strong. It's very light on the smell. So
did you ever get like candy apples from the fair, or make them? I mean, did you ever make candied apples?
When we were really little, yeah, and the fair.
Yeah. Which one did you prefer most, the caramel apples or the candy apples?
I like both actually, but it's a tie.
Oh.
Yeah, I go with the tie. I like the candy apple because that red candy that was coated on it was good, but the caramel was pretty good too. So I guess it depends on
Now,
if
usually
the
they would
apple
put the
falls that day.
yeah. Usually with the candy apples, they would put the red with the candy and the green with the caramel.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah, and you would think you get a big smell with this, like a candy, like a Now and Later, or what's the other one?
Jolly Rancher,
Jolly Rancher or something.
Starburst.
Yeah, it's lightly there, that candy, green candy, apple smell, but yeah, I'm ready to drink it though, Jammer.
Yeah, my head's quickly dissipated. I'm ready to drink. Let's drink. Let's pose. Drink, pose.
Okay.
All right.
That should be our new thing now. It's pose time. Ready?
Oh. Okay. That was interesting.
Yeah, how is it?
It does have a coffee flavor, espresso flavor, but it has this kind of like medicinal. Uh, Kind of like a medicinal, like, oh, God. The alcohol, it's just really, come back to me later.
Come back to you later. This one's like it is green candy apple. Not real strong candy apple, green apple, but a little bit. It's just like the rest of them. Smirnoff ice with some candy apple, green apple candy flavoring thrown in there, basically.
All right. I'm going to go
Real
ahead and,
medicinal. I've had out of the few green candy apple drinks I've had, alcoholic drinks, whether it's malt beverage, whatever. This is not the best, but I've probably only had about three or four. Uh, it's all right though. Medicinal green candy apple. There you go.
usually they add the oatmeal to smooth out the stout. Gives it
Yeah,
kind of a smooth, silky, milky type flavor, or not flavor, but texture.
yeah,
This one, it's don't get me wrong. There's smoothness there, and there's the espresso's there. Not very roasty, not very toasty, not much chocolate flavor at all. Even though there's hints of the smell, the aroma of chocolate or cocoa.
hmm
And I've had stouts that have been 12% that isn't as rough alcohol wise. This is like, you're definitely going to have a hangover tomorrow, buddy. So you better be prepared.
So it's rough.
It's rough,
So like a hairy Wisconsin woman. That's how rough it is.
I guess. I mean,
I
you tell
forget where
me.
they're out of.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Wisconsin.
Um, I,
Yeah,
I'm
Monroe,
a
Wisconsin.
little baffled by the fact that this is supposed to be an oatmeal stout. Oatmeal stouts are usually pretty darn good. Even the bad ones are pretty
Yeah,
darn good.
I mean they have a little roughness, but yeah, that oatmeal does smooth it out a little bit. It gives a little smooth texture to the roughness of the coffee or whatever it tastes like. But
And don't get me wrong, the more you drink, the smoother it gets.
yeah,
That's because it's already burned off all your taste buds. But yeah, this is a poor example of an oatmeal stout. I would say this is in the D range for me, maybe D plus. Let me give it another sip. Hold on.
I think what the hell?
Okay, I will give it a D plus because I do not like the medicinal feel, the flavor.
Mm-hmm.
It's very medicinal. Feels like here, take your oatmeal stout, Bobby, and you'll feel better. And so he takes his oatmeal stout and he's like, kill me now. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. D plus. I'll give it a swallow because I can drink it. I don't want to drink it, but I have to drink it, so I will.
All right. Yeah, that's rare for us to give, especially me, give low scores on any stouts. But I did have a stout that was too strong that I give it a low score, like a 12% or whatever it was that I had a couple weeks ago, and it was just way too strong, overbearing, and it tastes like 12%. You know, they mask it pretty good usually, but this one was
I mean,
killing
what is Yeti? Yeti beer. The Yeti is what,
me.
9-10%.
Somewhere around there. I mean, I gotta look it up. What was it
Maybe it's
Yeti?
8. I don't know.
Yeti Imperial.
Yeah, well, or even better yet, the Russian Imperial Stout. What's his
Rasputin.
name? Rasputin.
Rasputin. Well, the Yeti was. Ooh, since I'm on there, Yeti is 9.5%.
Yeah.
That's very hoppy Imperial Stout, but it masks even the hops pretty well. And then the other one was the Rasputin.
Yeah.
Is Old Rasputin. 9%. That was only 9%. So,
I know there's another one that I can't remember right offhand that we had that was around 11-12%.
yeah, there's
I mean,
probably. Let's see if I can.
I guess I could push it up to a C minus, but I'm going to stay right there at the D plus.
Wow. Yeah, I'm looking at
And
Beer
those,
Advocate. I switched it, Jammer, to like the highest ABVs. Yeah, you
mhm.
can switch to top 100 or top whatever. You can do the ABV also. The top ABV alcohol by volume, 24%. Caleb Heaven Hill by Omnipolo Brewery.
Is Sammy Claus a stout or is it a?
I can't
I can't
remember. I think
remember.
let me look that one up.
I mean, this one has a glimpse of the espresso. I mean, if
Yeah,
you had more coffee flavors and cocoa flavors and stuff like that, it would be really nice. But it's lacking, you know. Too medicinal.
Sammy Claus is a Doppelbock.
Oh, Doppelbock. Okay.
Yeah, the Sammy Claus Classic Doppelbock,
Yeah.
and
Huh.
that's 14%. Yeah. Well, I feel bad for you buying that Advent pack. Maybe next year you'll learn your lesson and go to the Total Wine and More and get a
Hey, I do it.
short.
I do it for the beer review. I don't do it for me. I
Oh,
sacrifice and I endure for the beer review.
I know.
If you're
I know. But
unwilling to do that, Shagdog, then okay, that's fine. You can
next
sit
time,
back with your laurels and drink your Smirnoff ice and just, be giddy as a schoolgirl. But, I sacrifice and endure for the beer review.
I know, but I
I may
sacrificed
not be
too.
here all the time on the beer review, but when I am seriously freaking enduring and sacrificing everything that I have
Stop it.
for the beer review.
Because that wig, I mean, your hair, as beautiful as it is, it's making you look like Jack Black a little bit, acting like that. uh, yeah, I endured too. I drove to Columbia twice during fall
I
season to
mean,
get
don't
fall
mean it to.
seasonal beers.
So you drive. So you drive. Oh, whoopie doo.
Well, I'm saying
You
all you
try
have
to
to do
drink
is
an oatmeal stout from an advent calendar for the holiday beers, and then you talk to me, brother.
I won't buy no advent calendar because I don't want all those other beers for the holidays. I want actual winter beers for the holidays. Yeah.
Oh. Anyway, the original plan when I got this was to do this one of these a day, right?
Yeah.
Do the one beer review a day, if I was with you or without you,
You should
and
have.
and then also have other beers like you're saying to
To
drink with
review
me.
if we did reviews. Yeah.
Now, if we were in the same state and we were doing beer reviews like we used to back in the day for Christmas, the holidays, what I would have done was, okay, I got to do 3 of these Advent calendar beers today because we're already 3 days in,
Yeah.
and let's throw a couple other different ones in there. You know,
Right. I mean, a couple of people I've seen last year did those advent things. I think the 2 or 3 people I saw though had the Costco, not the
yeah, I wanted to
Samsung
get the
Costco one.
Costco one, but I'm not a member.
And they were doing it every day, but then a couple of times they missed a day or two, so then they had to drink 3 that day. You know, and I didn't go follow them the whole 24, so I wonder if they kept on schedule for 24 days.
I mean, I that was my thinking whenever if we were together doing that on a regular basis, doing beer
Yeah,
reviews every week like we used to almost
I tell
do.
you, if we're on the same schedule and we still live close to each other, Advent beer, and we're on the same work schedule, I'm off work. Yeah, okay, I'm on my way home. Let's do that one Advent beer. I'd come over just to do that one beer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, that'd probably be a bad thing because we probably, hey, I got a couple more we can review. Yeah. So.
But I mean, I would have tossed in some others depending on what day we were at. I mean, all
Yeah.
right, we're on the 10th day, and I don't have any other Advent beers because we kept on schedule. But let's do the 10th, and let's add a couple of the holiday winter warmers. Okay, let's do that.
Yeah. And I don't think I graded this one jammer. And this one is probably the lowest out of the Smirnoff Ice beers.
Wow, I would have thought that would have been high on the list. The green apple. I'm surprised.
I'm not a big green apple candy fan, and I'd probably give this one a straight up C and a swallow. I like those other ones a lot better. They're in the B range. This one.
Yeah. Do you like the pink ice one just because it's pink?
No, it was actually pretty good. It tastes like lemonade. It does have a little medicinal taste to it, but it's pretty much like the original Smirnoff with pink lemonade added to it, basically.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm ready to move on to the next one.
All right. Do I have to finish this?
Yeah. Finish it up.
All right. Let me chug it down.
I didn't realize you weren't finished.
Swill.
Swill. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, that tastes like. It almost tastes like a stick, like some candy has been sitting there for a few months and it got unwrapped a little bit. So, yeah. Charge. All right, so it's gonna be funny because we recorded that last video, and then I decided to go ahead and upload it and just go back to doing live videos. So this one will be on before that one finishes recording, basically. So that's okay.
That's okay because doggone it, we like beer.
I'm not gonna.
Let's move on to the next one, Shagdog. Let's keep the
I'm done with the Smirnoff. So I got an IPA, Oktoberfest, and a couple I got some hard coffee malt beverages. So,
well, that should be interesting.
I'll probably do the Oktoberfest re-review. I did this back in September, October. So,
well, I do have an Oktoberfest I could join you with.
Yeah, if you want.
I mean, are you doing the Oktoberfest next, or you want to wait?
I mean, you're on number what? 12. You'll be on lucky number 13 next.
Yeah.
You want to do that? I'll do the number 13. I'll do the IPA I have, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. because I
Okay,
have
dokie.
Bell's Oktoberfest that I've been dying to try.
Well, if you want to do the Oktoberfest next, what is it, Bell's?
Yeah, but I'll wait until 14.
Yeah, because we got to get Lucky 13 on the way.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. Matter of fact, since I'm on the malt beverages, I'll just do a hard coffee next.
All right.
And
Let's do that.
then you could do your number 13. Then we'll go to Oktoberfest.
Sounds good to me, Shagdog.
Alrighty then. We are the best beer review. Not really, but we just say that.
What? What are you talking about? Don't
I
be
mean, what we
humble. Quit being humble.
okay. We are the best beer review, period.
I mean, there's other beer reviews out there, and they're good. Don't get me wrong. There's some good ones out there and everything like that. But we're not just about the beer. We're about, friends, camaraderie, enjoying it, drinking it,
Yeah.
saying what
Joking.
it's on your mind. We're not
Two.
professionals, but we are. We do have backgrounds where as far as sensory goes, and beverages and everything.
Right.
I've worked in the beverage industry for so many years, and you've worked in the beverage industry for so many years, and everything. And so we
Right.
have the experience of doing sensory analysis and everything like that.
Yeah,
So
and I even worked in a type of business where people that were there made their own home brewed remedies
yeah,
with tomato
yeah.
paste and stuff like that.
But what I'm getting at is that even though we have those qualifications and that experience and background, we don't rely upon all that and try to make it a very sterile beer reviewer. Like,
Yeah.
yes, I taste the pininess. It's got these notes, and make it all like a wine snob would. Okay,
Right. Right. Yeah.
we
Especially.
we drink the beer. If we like it, we say it.
Yeah.
It's very simple, and we try to describe it. We try to compare it to other beers, so it gives some people a frame of reference.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and that happens occasionally where you get a beer and you're like, "Wow, this tastes almost exactly like that beer." So,
Yeah, or
especially
it
if it's
has
a popular
qualities
one.
of this other beer,
Yeah.
and so forth. Like I was describing the stouts and everything. I'm like, most stouts have this and that and that, and
Right.
this one is very medicinal. I mean, this
Yeah.
is what I
Uh,
feel. And if we go off on a tangent about something else during the beer review, that's just us. That's us doing our thing.
yeah. And this Oktoberfest I'm going to be doing later. I had two of them. I was supposed to bring one of those with the batch I brought you because I figured you might like that one, and I forgot to put it because
Uh,
it was in a different area in the house, so I forgot to grab it.
my friend who had beer that he was going to give me from work because he went on a trip, and I was excited. I was like, "Oh, great! I'm so excited! Hopefully, I get it." He said his wife and one of his friends drank it, and so I didn't get it.
Oh, that's messed up.
Yeah. Hopefully, he tries to redeem himself and buys beer again when he's on another trip here soon.
Yeah, if someone says they're going to bring you something, and he most likely told his wife and a friend, "Hey, this is for a coworker,"
Yeah.
and they drank it. Obviously, they're alcoholics.
Well, obviously they just said fuck the coworker.
Yeah, one or the other, or both.
Yeah. But if they had known me,
Because
they
the
probably
guy when you worked at the one place, and he brought back the what was
Colorado.
it? Olympia, yeah, all that stuff. He didn't drink it.
No, no, and he wasn't a big beer drinker either.
Oh, but he could have been.
And that's the funny part about it. He wasn't a big beer drinker. He went out of his way to buy beer, and then when I turned around and tried to pay him for it, he wouldn't take it.
Right. I mean, you look at my family that went up to New York, and I was like, "Oh, can you stop at a store and get me some beer?" And they got me. I mean, I didn't want to ask. I wanted to ask for more.
Yeah.
I was like, "I'd be happy. Give me a mixed 6-pack." And
Mm-hmm.
they actually called me up when they got to the store. They were going through all the beers. I'm like, "Oh, this is gonna take forever. Oh, you have a video would work better or something." But anyhow, oh yeah, okay, that sounds shit. That sounds good. That sounds good. Yeah, damn, that hurt.
Anyway, what I was getting at is that
We
we
are the
are
best
the
reviewers.
best beer review out there when it comes to being down to earth and being your friend, buddy that you can drink with.
Right.
The shit, shoot the, I would say shit the bull, shoot the bull with.
Shit that bull. Shit that bull. Um, yeah. I mean, we're great. I mean, I
There,
like when we first started. I don't even know if we showed our faces yet. And when those guys, I forgot that big group used to have a beer review channel. They're still
oh yeah,
around. The one guy voted, one or two voted us in the top 10 beer reviewers. And we didn't even show ourselves then. We were just showing the bottle and the glasses.
and that right there, that's impressive because uh, like you said, we didn't show it. The star was the beer. Everybody kept asking us, "Well, why don't you come from behind the camera? Let us see you," and all that kind of stuff like that. Because the beer was the star, but then after a
Yes.
while, they're like, they want to see us, want to see us, want to see us, and it was distracting from the star.
Yeah.
So we came out from behind the camera
And,
and
and
joined
it
the star.
was and now when we came from behind the camera, it distracted from the star a little bit
Yeah,
because really it was all about the bottle, can, and the glass once it was
yeah,
in there.
yeah,
And you're like, look at that,
yeah.
or whatever. Kind of being like a little sexual with the glass. Oh my
And
God, look
maybe
at
we
that.
should do like some retro reviews like that one day.
Maybe. But the thing about it is, okay, we came from behind the camera. Wasn't too bad. Of course, we uh, grew out our mustaches and our hair and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But we were together. This is a little different when we're doing different beers. I mean, it's bad enough when we're just separate. We're doing the same beer. That's not as good as doing them together. But now doing separate, different beers, that's even harder to do. But it's like some of those other guys that do a bunch of them around the screen together, around the riot. A couple of other ones where they're all reviewing beers. At least there's only two of us and not like 8 people doing different beers. So
yeah. I don't care for those videos where
yeah,
they're
I can't watch them.
eight
It's just too
people,
much.
even if they're doing the same beer, 8 people doing the same beer, and I mean, yeah, we've
Yeah,
done where we've done about 4 or 5 people at one time, but
right.
we're all together,
Yeah.
and that's different because when you're
Well,
all
we've done 4 or
together,
5 on split screens too. Like
yeah.
time like our original channel got canceled. We had
Oh yeah, that's
Diddy,
true.
Haas. I think Jammer Fan might have been on with us that day too. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, when you're in reality, Google and YouTube. I mean, YouTube went downhill when Google took over,
yeah.
and Google,
At first,
they
they kind of slowly. I mean, they changed a couple things, not too bad, but then by
but
about
they are
2014,
for anybody who's original and not the cookie cutter and not the uh, uh, wanting to figure out the formulas and all that stuff. You're just doing yourself, doing the thing you do, just being a normal person. I film it, I post it. Hey, there you go. Well, back in the day when YouTube was in charge of itself, hey, it was pretty good because we grew and we grew, and there was no formula. I mean, there was formulas, but there wasn't anything fantastic about it. I mean, it was YouTube, and we grew. People got watched us, liked us.
right,
They subscribed, they shared, and all that stuff. And slowly, YouTube, when Google took over, started limiting your exposure.
right,
You don't fit into our image. You don't fit into our cookie cutter. Basically.
right. I mean, I do believe a little bit of the craft beer review. The height of that was around the 2014, 2015 year, and it kind of. But there's new beer reviewers. I go on there, and there's like new beer reviewers all the time still. But
Yeah, but it's not the same like back in the day when it was just regular people doing beer reviews. No,
that's true.
now we've got $30,000 studio here
Yeah,
that we were paid to become beer reviewers.
yeah,
I mean, there's not like, let's face it, we were at the ground zero. Lyle Riot. He's still around doing beer reviews.
Yeah, a lot of guys aren't actually around.
What's his name? PB
Rhino Albino's still around.
Yeah, all them
Greg,
started.
your favorite?
Huh? Greg, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see
Craig
what's in the fridge today.
Yeah. He actually has a new intro, I think. He still does the fridge thing, but he does a little bit extra with the intro or something.
But in general, I don't know why we're going on about this for 30
minutes. Let's get off this, and you can talk about it later.
And to the what is the word I'm looking for, Shagdog?
The viewers.
The gist of it is we are just regular people that have good experience with sensory analysis and all that stuff, exposure and experience to it.
And I do have some precog abilities.
Yeah, and we do these beer reviews and everything for our enjoyment only, really. I mean, and if we get fans and we like Jammer Fan and PBA, whatever, PB Brudos, and what is that other guy? There's several of them. I wish I could name them all. I just can't think of it right offhand.
Yeah, and I'm okay if our 55 subscribers, only 5 of them watch us. That's fine with me.
I'm all right with it. We were growing, and we had over a 250,000 or almost 500,000 views and 7,000 subscribers. But
no, the views were over 1 million total.
Over 1 million.
Our biggest one was at 250,000 plus video, but and we had over 7,000 subscribers.
Yeah, so I mean, you're talking about some serious movement there.
Yeah, we're kind of below that now. We're not. We did get up a few more over the past couple of months, but
yeah, I mean, when you get right down to it, like you said, the movement kind of have died. The craft beer movement has gone down a little bit, and in general, it's slowed down, and a lot of people are not watching the stuff anymore.
Yeah, you find you can't watch everybody, and you find your 2-3 beer reviewers you like, and you watch them all the time, unfortunately, but you can't watch everybody.
Not many people are going to watch beer reviews all the time.
Yeah. If you like somebody, like our good friend Jammer Fan, he watches all of our videos. Because,
Big up to him for that.
Yep.
Yeah. Not that it doesn't even do us any good because we're not making any Google videos out of it.
He knows he's watched almost all of our videos probably, and he knows even though we're doing a beer review, later on something might be done or said that is going to make him laugh.
Yeah.
So, and he'll remember it. He'll tell you about it 10 years later. He'll be like, I remember that time you guys did a beer review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about it is I do the videos and with you and everything, and I don't watch them. I try not to watch them.
Yeah.
But then every now and then when I'm sitting at home and I really would like to do a beer review but unable to do a beer review, I'll watch them.
Yeah, I watch them.
I'll relive the experience. And I'll say, oh, damn, that's so fun. I'm laughing.
Oh, it'd be funny is I won't remember the beer review. I was like, man, I can't remember what we talked about. Then I watched the beer review. Then when I hear what we're talking about, I was like, oh, yeah, I remember talking about that.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on, my brother.
So you're on Advent number 13 coming up.
13, yes, sir.
And I'll do a Pabst Hard Coffee.
So thanks for watching, commenting, and subscribing, liking, and sharing, and tinkling that little bell. I am Jammer, the Great.
I am Shagdog, the Awesome.
And we are the Spitter Swallow.
Beer review. Yeah, we got to come up with some new songs.
Songs?
Yeah, like how we used to sing like little songs or whatever.
We are the greatest.
We are the beer reviewers. We're the beer reviewers that brings the beer to you. There are people thirsting for another beer review. It's true, you make a great fucking beer review. I said F word, sorry.
Yeah. We are the beer reviewers. Better swallow beer review.
When you're down and out and it seems there's no hope at all, you just turn on your YouTube and you watch all of our videos.
Believe it or not, it's just us.
Sometimes you want to go to the spinner, swallow beer review. Burr, burr, burr.
Watching Shagdog and Jammer too. You want to go where people know everything that you drink. You want to go where you don't need to think.
Dun, 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 dun.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Dun, 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 dun. Spinner, swallow, bump, bump, review. Trying to do MASH. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I better get going. I'm standing up, showing my excellent walking pants.
I think that we could do this.
All right, let's do this. Let's get it off and let's do it.
All the innuendos I could possibly play with that one.
All right. We'll see you in the next
Get it
one.
off.
Shagdog Jammer.
See you next time, guys. Thanks for watching.